Here on this Tuesday morning. It is indeed a joy and a privilege to be with you today, and I trust that as we go through this time together, that we may find in this moment, in these moments of peaceful reflection, that we will find some truth, some way that will assist us, remembering that our theme for this week is the way, the truth, the life. I am. And so it's with this hope and intention that I lead you this morning in this time of prayer and reflection, praying and trusting that our theme will be realized in us as we go through this time together. And so I invite you to join me now in a time of prayerful meditation as we move into that space that enables us to find who we really are in God and allow that divine presence to fill us. So we take a deep breath and we know God is here. We know God is with us. We know God is in us. We know that God is guiding us. We know that we are in God and God is in us. We know. And as we breathe deeply, we feel this even more so. In the depth of our being, we know God is. As we breathe, we fill ourselves with that awareness. We fill ourselves with a reminder of the light that is within us and the light that continues to come into us, brightening us, expanding us, transforming us. In that space of transformation deep within our hearts, invite us this morning to bring a loved one, someone who really needs our prayers, someone who needs the light at this moment. Whether they be in some way injured or sick, or they're going through challenges in life, whatever their condition, just bring that at least one person into your heart. As your heart joins with all of our hearts, we're each praying for all these persons that you bring into our heart today. Let them be real to us. Let us know them in a deep way and perceive the divine love entering every cell of their being, transforming, renewing. Let us give thanks that we know that they're healed, that we know that they've received that healing power of the divine, and that they will be well. Let us be in that space now, a space of knowing. Let's hold that space and hold all these persons in our hearts as we go through this meditation and this devotion. I am the I am. I am. We hear these words this day and we allow them to resonate within our being. These words uttered by the Master acknowledge the presence of the divine. We each share in this I Am presence. With each day, may we seek to discard more and more of what obscures this awareness in us, that we may become one with the Father, one with the Son, one with the Spirit. This is our prayer this day as we say Amen. This is our prayer. We turn now to the gospel text as we continue our readings. We read from Matthew's Gospel, the 10th chapter, reading verse 16 to 23. And so we read, "See, I am sending you out like sheep in the midst of wolves. So be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Beware of them, for they will hand you over to councils and flog you in their synagogues, and you will be dragged before governors and kings because of me as a testimony to them and the Gentiles. When they hand you over, do not worry about how you are to speak or what you are to say, for what you are to say will be given to you at that time. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Brother will betray brother to death, and father his child, and children will rise against parents and have them put to death. And you will be hated by all because of my name, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. When they persecute you in one town, flee to the next. For truly I tell you, you will not have gone through all the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes." Here ends the reading.
You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall speak your words in force you. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. Not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid. These are the words that come to us this morning in this song that we've just heard. It's a beautiful song. And it comes as a backdrop to what we've been reading this morning as part of our devotions, where Jesus is speaking to his disciples and he is sharing with them what they are to expect. He's telling them that there is the Spirit that is within them. So when they find themselves in any kind of trouble, don't be concerned about what you're to say. Because in the moment, the Spirit will speak. The Father will speak through you. That Spirit of the Father. These words of assurance that Jesus offers his disciples come with an understanding of their call to be in oneness, in openness, to allow themselves to hear, to listen, to be able to receive. When we open ourselves to the divine, when we open ourselves to God, God is able to speak to us and through us. Because there's a seamless flow. When we don't practice that openness, there are all these veils and barriers. I'm oftentimes reminded of the scene where Abraham has these visitors and they're on their way to Sodom and Gomorrah, and you hear this wonderful statement, shall we hide from Abraham what we are about to do? And we all know the story where Abraham goes through that pleading for the people in that space, wondering, if 50 righteous are there, will you still destroy? And it goes all the way down to 10. But the reason I'm thinking of this is because there is that wonderful statement, shall we hide? Shall we keep hidden? It is as though when God finds a heart that is open and willing to receive, God can't help but reveal. God can't help but share. So when we feel as though we're not receiving, we're not getting these messages from God, chances are it's not that God isn't, but it is that we aren't. We aren't open. We aren't receiving. We aren't listening. And therefore the fault lies with us, not with God. We are the ones who need to be open to receive. So Jesus tells us so in this passage that there'll be serious dividing lines when we walk this walk. And he uses the analogy of father and children and brother and sister to help them to see that he's not talking about outsiders. He's talking about persons in your bosom. When you walk this walk, people in your bosom will very well have a challenge with you. And they will join with the persecutors. Why? Because this decision to be open and to walk the path brings so much light in that it makes the dark spaces even darker. You ever notice that if you're walking and you see a dimly burning light and you look at the shadow it casts on the wall, it's a dimmish shadow. But if the light is bright, the shadow becomes even darker. And you can see it too if there are two lights on you. The one that is brighter gives a stronger shadow than the one that is dim. And that's what happens in our world. When the brightness in you becomes so bright, it causes the darkness in others to become even darker. But it is not a judgment of them, because the brightness in you can impact the darkness in others. You know what they say? It is darkest at the dawn of a new day. So when others become extremely dark because of your brightness, it could very well be a new beginning for them if you can help them move through that period of darkness. So all is never lost. No one is ever lost in the kingdom. The disciples aren't taught to strike back or to abuse those that abuse them. They're told to be open, to allow the Spirit of the Father to speak through them at the appointed time. And that's all we need. All we need is the Spirit of the Father to speak through us at the appointed time. That's all we need. All we ever need. And if we can do that, if we can allow that to take place, then we're in a good space. And we will see the glory of God emerge in our world. And we will know the truth. And with the truth will Friends, we can all do it. Each one of us. It's not hard. It just requires us to have that intention to be open, to trust. Not worrying about what you're going to say in the face of tremendous persecution. It takes trust. But you've got to believe and accept that that which you're receiving from the divine is far greater and of greater importance and worth than anything that is in front of you, than anyone. And so you must hold on to that. Today is Tuesday. It's the third day of our week. And like all other weeks, the days will come and the days will go. It's not the days, it's you and me. What are we doing with each day? How are we using each day? Are we allowing each day to take us closer to the I am? To take us closer to that divine presence, becoming more and more and more aware of the presence. Before you start your busy day today, just hear these words of Jesus again. And he tells his disciples not to worry about what they have to say, because in the moment that they need to say something, it will be provided. So there's like taking no thought for anything, knowing that God is. And because God is, we can journey forward with confidence. So I offer these thoughts to you this morning. And I pray that by the grace of God acting in your life, you may come to a place where you can truly receive these thoughts, and that you can turn these thoughts into actual living expressions of the divine. May God guide you through this time and fill you with all of God's blessing and peace.
Take no thought for tomorrow will take care of itself. Take no thought what you'll eat or drink or what you'll wear. You needn't care. Take no thought for tomorrow. Know that God is watching over you. Your heavenly Father knows what you need. So take no thought for tomorrow. Take no thought for tomorrow will take care of itself. Take